Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, No Limits. Sorry I haven't posted in a while. I just haven't had much content. I got a little bit busy, just kind of doing stuff around my house, getting ready for turkey season, just kind of cleaning up, organizing stuff, because a lot of during hunting season, not much work around the house got done, so I've been catching up. Quick disclaimer: sorry about the water sound in the background. That is my goldfish tank. Can't do much about it. I don't want to shut it off because it might kill them or something. I don't really know. I'm not much of a goldfish expert. I just won them at a river festival, so I keep them. They're cool. I like to watch them. So in this video, I wanted to do a 2023-2024 hunting season recap. We'll start from early teal all the way till like 2 weeks ago, and that would have been rabbit. Yeah, rabbit season. So start out early teal season. Shot a blue wing, hit it, took off, and went into the lake. By the time I could have got a second shot off, or yeah, the second shot, I had shot all three shots at a group of them after I came around the corner from a cove. I shot, missed, shot, hit, shot, miss. By the time I put another shell into my gun to shoot at the teal, it was already like 80 yards in the water, and I'm standing knee deep in water, so the angle was kind of crappy. So he got away, went around the lake, didn't see him. Not too long later, I missed my shot at a cinnamon teal, which where I live, we don't see a lot of cinnamon teals, so I cried about that one for a little bit. Nothing else, no early goose, unfortunately. And I got the chance to hunt the public land drawing that got signed over to me for a youth hunt. Took my buddy. Terrible day for me. I was missing left and right. I mean, I had a horrible day. I could not hit anything. My buddy, on the other hand, shot two wood ducks, a drake and a hen, and a Canada goose. Of course, it was the goose that I had clipped, and he crumpled it. I almost had another shot at one, but he was ahead of me on a duck. We were going around this little island, and he wasn't paying attention. As soon as it came up, I didn't want to shoot him, so we just had to sit there and let it go. But yeah, it was fun. We move on to big duck season. Opening day, shot my limit of 3 wood ducks. My nice stud wood duck, which is at the taxidermist, so when he comes back, I'll show you guys that. It's a really cool one. I don't want to spill any details because it's actually like a really cool mount. Saw 3 other wood ducks, but my dad couldn't get a shot. He didn't bring a shotgun. He just kind of wanted to let me hunt. I passed him my shotgun. He got ready to shoot, and he missed. He didn't miss, but he wasn't really paying attention, so I watched 2 really nice wood ducks and a hen fly up over the trees and disappear. That afternoon, we went to a public lake to try and do some goose hunting. I didn't know that it was youth small game weekend, so there were 2 pheasants parking lot, so I just let my dog out of the truck and let her go chase after him. I followed behind her. Oh, I forgot I did youth waterfowl weekend. One day I went out to a youth hunt that was being held by a conservation club. We personally didn't have any luck in our blind. Saw 8 wood ducks. 2 of them could have had a shot, but we didn't see them quick enough, and it was super foggy. So by the time we saw them, they were 60, 70 yards out, and none of us were comfortable shooting that far. Saw 6 more, but again, they were coming at us, and they hooked it right at about 70 yards and took off. And I saw a group of about 40 teal, and they headed some other people. Some of the other guys had luck. One kid shot a hen pintail. Another kid shot a limit of wood ducks. After that, I don't think I killed anything else. The second day, I didn't have much luck. The second day of opening day, the opening weekend, didn't shoot anything. My dad didn't shoot anything. We took my wood duck up to the taxidermist. I wanted to throw this in because it was cool. We were going up by the bay, and on the right, I looked down in the water, and there was a pair of black ducks, which I've never seen, so that was really cool. Move on to early November. I did a hunt with my buddy and his dad and my dad. We were hunting on a public river. Shot one hen wood duck. It didn't have much luck. The day before that, my dad and I did a goose hunt. Didn't see it. He saw some geese, but they were like 2 miles out, and there was no chance that we were getting those. They're going from public land or private land to private land, kind of bouncing back and forth. So we decided to sit there and watch them. My dad puts me in for youth waterfowl hunts. He signs me up for lotteries. I got a lottery one to hunt up by the lake, so Lake Erie. So we went up there with a buddy. We shot six species, 11 ducks for 3 guys. We shot almost our limit of bluebills, hooded merganser, green-winged teal, mallard, bufflehead, hooded merganser. Yeah, I think I said hooded merganser twice. There's gadwall too. I went on I did some deer hunts. Got my first deer with a compound bow. I shot a deer during youth, right? I think it might have been deer gun season, or it might have been youth rifle. I don't know. I don't remember. But I shot a nice big old doe climbing up into my tree stand. I told a guy whose property we're hunting on that I was gonna get a deer for him. 15 minutes after talking to him, I shot the big doe. Move on to some other duck hunts. Didn't see anything or couldn't shoot anything. Did a couple of them on some more public land. Had 0 luck. Then we move on to some goose hunts. The first goose hunt I went on during the season, towards the end, we shot 15 geese for 3 guys. It was a really fun hunt. That was the first hunt that I've ever done where I limited out, and that's my best goose hunt I've ever been on. And I haven't been on very many, but that was a really good one. It was a colder, snowy day. They were coming off a quarry into this field where they've been known, and we were just laying them out. The next day, we hunted another field where they're flying over. We had more fun just watching mallards and watching them dump into this hot creek, warm creek, I guess you'd call it. It was coming off of, I don't remember where it was coming off of, but it was a warm creek, and it led back in the woods to this big open pocket where the ducks had been sitting, and they were just kind of flying around. Didn't see any geese. We saw one goose, but it was a field across the street where we didn't have permission for. Or if we did, one of us 4 was going to go run across the road and go shoot it. Got taunted by some farm geese. And we move on to another hunt. I was hunting closer to my house. Watched a helicopter jump up like 300 geese at the same time. None of those were kind of coming in. When we first got there were geese everywhere. I mean, this hunt, at almost every minute, there were at least birds in the air that we could see. So we were getting ready. Geese are coming over. So I toss my dad a shell, and we hide in this fence row. He shoots, he misses. So we're like, okay, whatever. Let's finish getting set up everything. We're sitting. We keep having we get like a solo or a trio or a pair to come in, and another goose will come up, and they just meet and they take off. They'll be circling. Another goose will fly in. They meet and they go. And we're like, we keep getting stumped. I had one shot of the solo. I knocked his tail feathers off. I was not holding where I should have, and I completely missed. That's like another day during the season. I missed a pair of geese flying over me, and I cried because I couldn't hit them. And of course, my gun was being weird. My third shot actually fell out of my gun. I was kind of shooting up at an angle, and the third shot came and fell on the ground. I shot twice, and after a minute, I was thinking, I'm like, I shot twice, and I looked down, and there's my shell on the ground. I'm like, this is such an issue. I mean, I shouldn't have missed, and my gun also shouldn't have dropped my third shell out of the gun. It should have cycled and went up. I was hunting with my semi-auto. That hunt, that helicopter jumped up like the same 300 geese. Finally, that third time, we had 70 or so geese coming at us. I mean, nice flight of geese. coming in. They're coming. They hit 80 to 90 yards. 4 swans bust straight through the field, and the geese take off. Why is it that when we tried to hunt that field, we had terrible luck, except for once? We never see swans around here. I've seen swans one other time, and that was like 2 weeks after or something. The one time that we're going to have some serious luck over here, swans come busting through the field, all the geese disappear. The other guy that we were hunting with took a shot at a solo. Kind of think he hit it because it kind of cruised all the way to the other end of the field. We hit dark, got out, and I was searching around the thick, this little brush area that there was over there. Couldn't find him. I think he may have took the creek and kept going, either that or he must have took off and flew and we just never saw him. Hunted there another time. Had 4 geese come from, so we were facing to the north, and the geese, we're facing the east, and the geese came from the south and behind us, and they went and landed in the field I had permission for. I looked and I was like, I got 15 minutes left, let me run over there. I should have taken more shells. I shot, and I hit, I shot, I missed, I shot, I hit. There's 3 shots, hit, miss, hit, and I finally killed it. I didn't realize I had a shell in my back pocket. I still had 3 minutes, and the 3 geese landed 100 yards from me. So I'm like, great. So I just picked up my goose and left because I didn't know I had the shell. Didn't see really many geese that day. Went out again, I think it was the next day, saw 6 geese. Don't know what it was, didn't want to come in. We headed down south, down in the South Zone, and we hunted down there. First day we got down there, we've never hunted down here before. We're sitting, we didn't have the boat ready yet. I'll have it ready this year, and we're gonna have a canoe ready and my dog. We're sitting there, and I could hear them way back in this marsh, and there's probably 200 geese sitting back there, and I can just hear them all honking at each other. We're like, well, can't sit here, let's go sit over in this wheat field. We're sitting there, 2 geese fly over, but they veer off. I think because it was late season, it was last week in the season, I might have been calling a little too much, so I decided to no call. I had more fun just watching mallards circle over me and land into another marsh. It was kind of cool. It sounded like little rockets, which this is like my best year waterfowl hunting, and like I guess you could say second. I've done a couple other waterfowl hunts. I did a couple last year, and the year before that, and like the last 2 years before last year, I did like a couple early season goose hunts, 1 or 2 with my dad. When I was growing up, I did 1 or 2 with my dad and 1 with his buddy. The one hunt they shot 4 geese, but 2 of them they lost in the cornfield, so we only came out with 2 geese. So yeah, it was a okay waterfowl season. The next day, we went back out to the same spot. We moved where the geese were coming from. As soon, 5 minutes where we had just walked through, like 60 geese fly right through there. We're not even set up yet. We're sitting in a crossover path between 2 fields, and we're getting set up. We're just kind of standing there, getting set up, kind of talking about how this is going to go, where are we going to sit this, and where am I going to put my layout line, where's my dad going to sit, and these geese fly over. We're like, crap. We're sitting there, I see 2 geese coming in. I don't honk, but I take my flag, and I start shaking it, and they're coming, so I set my flag down. As soon as I set my flag down, they move. Second time this season where I start shaking my flag, I put my flag down because I thought it was time to get ready. No, I went to pick my flag back up, started shaking it, and they just kept cruising off. I'm like, great. So some other geese had come on the other side of the field where we couldn't shoot them, and they moved. So the one field kind of had dipped into like a little narrow spot. So I sat over there. There was a divot in the ground that I could sit in that was in the bottom. I had geese coming from the west, so I'm sitting there getting ready. They're coming from behind me. I watched them come. I turned. I was getting ready. I was sitting there, and the geese, I think the geese saw my shadow or saw me sticking out of the ground because half my body was out of there, and they just went right around me. I mean, I probably could have shot the tail one, but I wasn't too sure, so I just let it pass. I'm like, crap. So I got out of the hole, went 10 yards to the north, and I just laid there. I had a solo come through. It was like 90 yards for me, right over my layout blind. Perfect. My dad's in another field. He shot, but he missed. Kind of hard to tell. So that was end of waterfowl season. And I went on to do rabbit hunt. We walked around for like 2 hours. I walked 2.5, 3 miles, something like that. Didn't see a single rabbit. One squirrel. I think I may have saw one rabbit. Nothing. Saw some cool turkey and pheasant tracks, but that was about it. Nothing. I'm like, great. Went on a rabbit hunt with my dad, his buddy, and his beagles. We shot 6, probably jumped up 8 or 10. That was the first rabbit I've ever killed, which was really cool. That was an experience that I'll for sure have to do again. And that's the last. That was the end of hunting season, and came out with a pretty good bag. I think that would be. I think I shot 8 ducks and 10 geese. 4 wood ducks. Yeah, like 10 geese or something like that. I got a fair amount of geese. Get ready here soon. I think tomorrow, as long as I get some of the stuff around my room cleaned up, should have maybe a little bit of a shed hunting video out. I think my dad and I are going to go shed hunt tomorrow. Might see another one, maybe another 1 or 2. Definitely get ready for some fishing content. I've already been out a couple times this year, but once it gets a little bit warmer, I'll be fishing and hitting them harder. So you should see that. I think I'm going to be also maybe purchasing a quad, so you might see some quad videos of me just kind of riding. Yeah, I think that about wraps it up. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Until the next time.